day 9, and we're going to do a simple sequence that is so good for you. It's good for working your hands, wrists, and it can soothe your nervous system, because whenever we work on the spine, the central nervous system runs along the length of the spine, so it literally is affecting every single organ in the body. And most of us spend a lot of time kind of like slouching, even with the best of intentions, and this will help keep your spine more mobile and agile. You know, so many people say, oh, I can't do yoga, I'm not flexible enough. It's like, that's why we do it, that's why we practice. It's no good practicing it just because you're flexible anyway. So notice how you feel when you start and then at the end. Now, just before you begin, circle out your wrists a couple of times, and keep in mind that the more you press into the whole hand, the less strain there'll be. And round the other way. And just interlink the hands and do a little twirly whirly woo. Again, to warm up into the hands and wrists, and back the other way. And if you need to pop any padding under your knees, then go right ahead. And you can have your hands under your shoulders like that. And I want you to imagine, with the hands on the floor, I want you to imagine you're turning the hands out slightly. So you're hugging your upper arms in towards your body. So come onto your hands and knees, hands under shoulders, and try and spread your fingers out as wide as you can. And try and press down into all 10 fingertips, the balls of the fingers and the heels of the hands. Otherwise, there'll be more strain on the wrists. Knees about hip width. Pressing into those hands and fingers. Get an image of your spine from your tailbone to the base of your skull. And as you breathe in, drop your belly, lift your tailbone like a little cat. Again, imagine turning the hands out slightly, so you feel your upper arms hug into your ribs, and look slightly forward rather than up. You don't want to jam the back of the neck. As you breathe out, tuck your tailbone under, pull your belly button to the spine, lift through the back of your heart, and just let your head hang down. So as you breathe in, belly drops, heart forward. As you breathe out, lift through the back of the heart. And you can go a little bit quicker, or you can go nice and slow. The movement is all in the spine, so the arms stay straight but not locked. So there's no bend in the arms, but we don't want any tension, so still kind of turning those hands out slightly. And so to start with, it might feel like your spine feels like a broom handle, and after a few repetitions it can start to feel more flexible, and it stretches the muscles on the front and back of the body, also making space around your ribs, your intercostal muscles, and it does start to build a little bit of strength in your wrist. And you can do a kind of funky cat, imagining doing a circle with the tailbone, moving in a way that feels good for you, because it's all about listening to your body. Let's go around the other way as well. It's about listening to your body, because your body knows exactly what it needs. We just need to be able to listen. Another movement you can do here is to walk the hands slightly to one side, so you're pushing the ribs out to one side and looking towards that opposite foot. So you're bending our spine to the side. You can hold that for a couple of breaths, both sides, and pushing the ribs out, looking towards your opposite foot, and doing that equal number of breaths. Another way you can do it, if you don't like being on your hands and knees, is like this, with the hands on the thighs, and still do the same movement. And if you try doing this like every morning when you get out of bed, and every evening before you get into bed, and you'll feel that stretch on the front and back of your body. Because in India, in yoga, they say that you're as young as your spine is flexible. And our spines have so much more movement than we're actually aware of, because we don't use it. We just don't do everything kind of forward. But your spine loves being moved in different directions. Let me know how you get on, and I'll see you tomorrow.